So, hi. It's the first time that I do a live video, so I'm trying to see how it works. But yes, I'm working on my Microteck figures. Today I will do the assembly of the figures. So there are all my Microteck one. This is, I don't know if you can see. Maybe I will down the light. Yeah. So yeah, I will build this figure. I'm trying to. Okay. Yeah, I will build this figure. This is a new project. I'm doing fan-made Transformers figures. Hi, Georgette. Welcome. And yes, I'm launching my new mini fan-made figures. And yes, I will. I will build my figures, and if you have some questions about the figures or the design, because I'm a toy designer. I worked on the toy design in for 8 years. 8 years. So yeah, this is what I'm doing, and yes, if you have some questions, everything, I'm here. So I will start the build. These are very small parts. I don't know if you can see. Very small parts. Yeah. And because of the size of the figures, look, because of the size of the figures, I did the articulations with the little metal rod inside to have solid articulation in that size. Look at that. Yeah, so I'll start the build. I maybe will begin with the head. So this is the head. Maybe the light is too high. Maybe like that. You can see more. Yeah. So this is the head. And this is the neck here. So I will assemble these two parts. And to do it, I take little metal rod, I cut it, and I insert it in the articulation. So yeah, I need to cut it in the right size. I know now the size of each rod, so I take it like that, and I can insert it. For the neck, I will take a longer rod here. So maybe there. I insert it inside here. There. I put the neck here in the right way. Here. And I just push there, the metal rod inside. There. And then I just finish to introduce it inside there. And that the articulation is done, and it works pretty well. So I assemble each articulation like that, and I can control the quality of each articulation doing like that. There. Yeah. So the neck and the head is done. I will continue with that part here. This is the joint for the body here. So that goes there. So yeah, I'll take another rod. Yeah. Okay, I put that inside here. There. Okay. I'll finish to introduce it inside the part here. There. It's going in. There. The second joint is done here, so the neck are done entirely. I don't know if you can see. So then I can do that part here, and this is the front of the radio mod here, and that goes here like that. So I will take another rod there. I cut it here. There. And then I can introduce it here. So there. There. And this articulation is done here. Then I can do the arms. So I did the head, the neck, body, the backpack here. And now I will do one arm. So I take this shoulder articulation and I put it here. And I will introduce the metal rod. So I can take this one that I cut previously. Okay, so I introduce it inside. There. So the shoulder articulation is done. Look at that. Very small. Yeah. And yes, I'm building this one. And he transformed into this little radio. So it's a cool figure. I'll just do something. Okay. Yeah, so I can show you the figures I'm doing now. Look at that. A little fan-made Frenzy and a little fan-made Willy. I think they're pretty cool figures. I did many other figures in the past, but these ones are the first figures I did with modeling parts, 3D modeling parts. So yeah, before I did many others, and I can show you one example of them. This one, for example, this is my Optimus Prime from the Bumblebee movie. I did it with Mega Constructs parts, and he can transform. So yeah, you can see the robot parts in the bottom here. And this is another model I did. Again with Mega Constructs parts, and I took the original design from Hasbro and I modified it to add some more, in my opinion, some more accurate things or aspects of the figure, and I modified a little bit the transformation. So yeah, and I did many designs like that. So yeah, now I'm launching my own fan-made figures. This is Willy in small car mode. Yeah, it's pretty cool figure. And I tried to reproduce the the vehicle looking in the movie. So yeah, and this is the robot mode. So yeah. So I will continue with the figure here. I'm assembling. For this one, I will put a little bit of glue. Okay, my glue is stuck. So I will do it after. Okay, now I will put the elbow here. This is a very small part here. You can see there, very small. and that part goes there. And now I will introduce the metal rod. So I will take another here. So I cut part here, and then I can cut the metal rod is going inside the articulation. So this size is good. There. If anyone have a question, yeah. So yeah, this is done, and this. And then I can put the hands parts here. And this go here. There. So I don't know if anybody know about the new movie that is filming in Montreal. I'm living in Montreal, so it's pretty cool, but I didn't see anything about the movie here, so I will wait to see the result of the movie. I really don't know what will be the story or anything. Yeah, here we have the arm done here. And now we can introduce it in the body. And here is one of the articulation that don't need a metal rod. So I just have to introduce it inside here. So I have to do it carefully. Okay, so I push it inside. And and then there is it, and the shoulder is working now. There. Yeah. So I will do the other arm. So take the shoulder here. And I introduce it here. And another metal rod. So, okay, I will just introduce it here inside here, and maybe I will show you some other things. Okay. Okay. I put this there. So, okay, I can show you maybe if anyone have question about the size of this figure. I tried to do it in the best scale to be able to go with the original Hasbro Transformers. And for size comparison, I have this one. This is Barricade. It's the 2007 toy, the 2007 figure. And I think the proportion is pretty cool. But I know that the masterpiece model of this figure is a little bit bigger than this, and it works better with my little frenzy here. And we can compare with this one here. I don't know if you remember the people who have this figure know that inside we have a little frenzy here, and this is the first frenzy figure Hasbro did, and yeah, and we can compare it side by side here. They are really different. Yeah, this one this part is a little bit too long for me, so this is the frenzy coming with this one, and if we transform it, we can see the size comparison with this figure. If you remember in the movie when Barricade go to take Frenzy in the airport, so we'll transform it very fast just to show the comparison, the size comparison. So I just transform it fast. Here, and we take out the head here. Okay. There. Yeah. This is barricade. Okay. Just a minute. Put it there. Here. There. So, just give me a second. Okay, here's barricade in his robot mode, and here's the frenzy who come with him, and here's my Microteck frenzy, and it's pretty small. I like the size beside this figure. So look at that, very small and very accurate with the movie. I tried to add all the little details of the character, trying to put it in that size. Yeah, I think they work pretty well. This barricade, I think it's a good scale for that. So yeah, and we can see size comparison with the radio mode. So look at that, a little small radio. Yeah. I think it's cool together. And I did the design of this figure to be pretty easy to transform. I like easy transformations. I know that MP figures, masterpiece figures, are pretty complex, but for this size, I think simple transformation, it's a great thing to have. So transformation is very simple. Just before doing the transformation, I can show you that holes here is for put some accessories. There is an antenna. We can see in the movie Frenzy is trying to cap some signals. So he have some antennas and he have a gun. So we can introduce the gun here too. So yeah, you can have a little radio with an antenna and a gun in the top. And I did that because in the robot mode, that part just go off, and I thought for a way to use it as an accessory, and when you take out the robot here, this is the robot, and this is the shell covering the radio mode. And I did that because I wanted that to respect the shape, the robot mode shape of this character. If you see Frenzy in the movie, he has a really skinny body, skinny arms, skinny legs, and I tried many ways to do the transformation, and I tried a big backpack in the back here, and every ways I tried to insert all that part in the robot mode. All the ways was pretty ugly, so I decided to take it off of the robot mode, and I think the result is really better with the big backpack in the here. He just look bizarre, bulky. It was not a good representation of Frenzy, so yeah, this is why I decide to add this accessory, and it's not too bad if you put the robot beside here. It could be a little table. He could be a little technologic accessory with the antenna. And the thing that is cool is you can add these accessories in the robot mode. So I will transform this little guy. So you can just open that part. You put the leg down. There. You take out the arms. Yeah, weird. Yeah. Yeah, the looking of the robot mode with the backpack was a little bit weird, as you say. So yeah, transformations is really easy. It's done here, and you can take these accessories and put it in the arm here, and then you have a little Frenzy with a gun in his shoulder. Pretty cool. So he can shoot some enemies, and you can take the antenna and put it in the other arm here. And then you have Frenzy with a gun and an antenna in his shoulders, and he looks pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah. But if you want to have this accessory beside your figure, you can just add the accessories here, the antenna and the gun here, and yeah, I think it's a good way to do a good looking Frenzy figure. And if you want to see the transformation of Willy, this is the robot mode and the car mode. And again, it's a pretty simple transformation. So I will show you. So here you just open this. You can turn this part like that. You have a inverted car. But then you can open that here, and here you have the head, and you push it down. Oh yeah, you have to open the arms here, and then you can put it down. You can now take off the legs there. You put it down here, and then you can put down the chest here, the wheels here, there. So yeah, you have the frenzy figure here. So easy to transform. Articulation are pretty solid, easy to move. Yeah, easy to move like that, like that. It's a little bit difficult to show you correctly, but yeah, there. And again, very small articulation. You can see here, articulation here. It's a double articulation for the shoulder here. You can move the head up and down here, like that. And the legs. Here. An articulation here and an articulation here. It's a small articulation, but it gives some possibility to pose your figure. And he stand up pretty well, so it's not a problem. There. So yes. So if you want to see the comparison with other figures again, I show you this one. I have the 2007 Bumblebee here. You can see the size of the figures. And if you want to see the comparison with the actual Studio Series figures, I have this one. As you know, the size has changed, so this Bumblebee is really smaller than this one, but it works well too. It works pretty well together too. So I think it's a good scale for this figure and this one too. It's a good scale, even for masterpieces or for old figures or Studio Series figures. I think the scale is pretty cool. Yeah. And I can show you this little figure. It could be a new design for the Microteck line. This one is a prototype that I did with Mega Constructs parts, so it's just a prototype, but he works well, pretty well. This is Squeaks from the Last Night movie, and again, I love the small transformers with easy transformations and good details. So if I do that model with real molded parts, I will put more details on it, but the transformation will be mostly the same, and it's very easy. You just have to open that part. You can put down this part and it become the arms. Then I turn this and I put the wheels in the front here, like that. And you put that part is like the helmet here. And there you have the little Squeaks character here. And yes, it's cool, but this one is just a prototype with Mega Constructs parts that I kit bash. But if I design it with my 3D program, it will be very, very nicer. And yeah, he looks pretty well with the other little figures. Maybe I will do it a little bit bigger because this is a little bit too small if you compare with the Willy here or the Frenzy here. This one is a little bit too small. I will do it a little bit bigger, but the transformation will be mostly the same. And I can show you some other design I did because I worked for Mega Constructs for 6 years. So if you can go in my portfolio, you can see most of the designs I did in that company. I don't have every design I did, but I have some ones, and I worked in Pokemon line, and this is a design I did. And in Mega Constructs, we build mostly with existing part, but sometimes in toy design you have to use existing part, and some other parts you have to redesign some part, to design new parts. And in that case, for the face, for the part with the eyes here, I designed this new part. You can see the look of this part. And yes, when you design toys, it's good to use existing parts, and because you can save some cost. And yes, this is one of my design. And in Mega Constructs, you in the Pokemon line, I had to introduce always a feature, and this is the feature of this figure. The energy ball here can turn here like that. And yes, when I design a toy, I always try to put more detail as I can and do it the more accurate as I can. And here with the bricks, it was always a challenge, but I think the result is pretty good. And yeah, and here is another design that I did, again in Pokemon line. Here, the Venusaur figure, and yeah, that was an interesting design to do. And always when I do figures, I like to put good articulation, so the head can move pretty well side by side like that, up and down. You can turn, you can open the mouth here, legs can move like that, the feet. And yeah, again, I had to do some features. So one of the feature of this figure is here have he can shoot that part. That missile here. So this is one of the feature. And when I designed this one, I had to find a way to move the tentacles here to attack the other Pokemon. And the first design of this figure was different because I tried to do like a mechanical feature, and at first I tried to do something in there, some parts you can move here to move the tentacles here, but I had to change the design because of costs. And here the feature here, some people said to me that it could be not a good thing for kids. So yeah, and each design are a good experience, a good challenge. Yeah, so this was another design that I did, and if you want, I will put that figures here. Yeah, I can show you this one. He can transform, so I can show you the transformation. And I tried again when I design a figure, a toy, I always try to recreate most of the details of the figure, of the character. And in toy design, you have to create the illusion of the reality. So you cannot do exactly what you see in the real life, but you can create the illusion of the real thing. So yeah, I always try to select the good details to introduce in the toy to have the best representation of the toy, of the character. So yeah, this one I really like this one because I put many things that the design in the movie have. So, and again, I tried to do the best transformation, easy transformation with more details I can introduce in the figure. So yeah, there. And all this part just fold inside here. And here we have the head. There. And for this figure, I took an old and broke figured head. This is the head of the 2007 Optimus Prime. I had a broken figure, so I take parts, and the hands are parts of this figure too. So I put these parts in my figure, and yeah, the result is pretty cool. So we just have the legs to finish. Here's there. There. You turn this. Turn this like that, and we can turn the feet there like that. And you turn that part here, turn that part here, and there. I've done that. So here, this is my Optimus Prime from Bumblebee movie. Yeah, I think it's a pretty nice design. And for this one, I used the proportion of this one, so they have the same size and same proportions. So I think they look cool together, and I can use this figure again to compare the size of my Microteck figures. I know that the Masterpiece Optimus Prime have the same proportions and the same size of this one. This one is the Revenge of the Fallen version. And look at this. This is very small comparing with this one. And with this one, very small. So I think my Microteck figures are just good for the Masterpiece collection. And just to finish my video, I just want to show a last design I did. This is Nitro Zeus from the Last Night movie. And again, I tried to do the best transformation, the easier transformation as I can. So, and I did this figure with Mega Constructs parts. So I did the figure with a similar transformation as the original figure, but I changed some things, some ways to transform because of the because I want to have an easier transformation and some robot parts. I wanted to change the look of the figure, so we can take it off. In the original in the original figure, that part go in the backpack, but I change it to be the gun of the figure, so I move all the wings here like that, and it becomes the gun of the figure. So I will continue the transformation. Here you can open that part here. There. There. Like that. Oh. Okay. So there, I turn this, and here we have the first arm. Oh. This is because I use articulation from Mega Constructs, and it could pop off sometimes. But yeah, this is the arm, and here is the other arm with the hand here. So I can take off the legs here. And for the arms, I did a different system than the original one. So I just put all that part in the front. Okay, this is a little bit stuck, but there. Okay, a little bit hard to move it, but here the arms just turn the shoulders just turn like that, and the head just come out here, and you can turn the head, and there you have shoulders and head done. Very easy to do. And you can put the legs down here, turn it in the front here like that, turn the feet here, and finally, okay, in there. And you can see the gun, as I said, all the wings, the back wings of the plane mode are now the gun. And for the last part, I did this just like the original figure. You fold it just like the original figure, and it becomes like the like a jetpack. There, mostly like the original Nitro Zeus. And there, and there, and the figure is completely transformed, and yeah, this is the result. So yes, I did many Transformers design before, and yeah, with my Microteck line, I tried to share with you, with people, my designs, and I hope that people will like my designs, my new little figures, and yeah, I think they work pretty well with the other Transformers figures, and yes. So I will finish my video with that, showing my Microteck figures, and I will put the link of my Kickstarter project in the comments or in the description too. Yes, and if you're interested to see my project or to get one of these little figures, you can just go in the link in the description, and yeah, we'll be happy to share with you my little figures. So thank you for watching, and we'll see us in a new video. So thank you.